Power on. Battery high. Your device is connected.
Power off.
So she's pretty much younger, more direct, not as polite. Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool, and I love audio solutions. I've got all kinds of them, a lot from both Klein and from DEWALT, primarily Klein, especially the larger Bluetooth speakers. I absolutely love these things, these Bluetooth earmuffs, use them all the time, but they also have these little personal speakers. They look like little microphones, but in fact, all they are is a small Bluetooth speaker. And I did a review on this DEWALT one. It's quite handy. Klein has one out now. Now, this is a second-gen DEWALT. The first one didn't have a magnetic clip on the back. And it turns out that the way these attach to things might be the deal breaker for one or the other. I'll show you that. As far as sound quality, I'll let you listen in a sec, but this Klein one is a little bit tinny compared to the DEWALT. However, the Klein one can go louder, and both of them work great with phones. The interface is pretty much similar. Both USB-C charging, the bottom of the DEWALT, the side of the Klein. I do like the bright orange Klein. It's got kind of a rubbery feel all the way around, whereas the black is the rubbery part of the DEWALT. DEWALT also comes with this magnet cover. In fact, they come with two of them. I guess that maybe they figure you're going to lose them. I'm not sure what exactly that's for, except maybe for fabric or something, because this is a plenty strong magnet to hold it on things, although we'll compare the magnetic strength in just a moment. But anyway, let's get to the sound quality. So they're both on, they're both connected to my phone here. I'm going to turn that on now, and then we're going to see, so which one, I don't know which one's connected. Okay, that's the DEWALT sound. There's the Klein. Turn it up just a little. Now we're the DEWALT. Back to the Klein. Now let's go to volume. Now back to the DEWALT. Now, one of the things I noticed right away is the volume is backwards here. I'm used to the volume being on the right. The DEWALT volume here is on the left. But anyway, that's how the sound quality matches up. But let me show you one of the really big differences here, and that is how they attach. So what I've got is just a little microfiber. Oh, there's a phone call. Hang on just a second. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. But anyway, let's look at how well these attach to things. By the way, the price on these, the Klein sells on Amazon for about 55 bucks, the DEWALT about 58. Let's start with the magnetic aspect of it. Now the Klein embeds the magnet into the clip, and the clip you kind of need to operate from here. You can't operate it like you might think a clip works, because your thumb tends to slide off, and I've dropped both of them. I don't know why, they both do that. It's designed to come in from the front, just like that. But anyway, I'll throw the Klein on, either direction, and the DEWALT. So let's see. Both are on pretty secure. Klein fell off on that one. There you go, a little bit different there. If I put this on, how does that affect it? Whoops, a little hard there. Then that weakens the magnet. So you got to know that's on there and to take it off. Let me move these over, because I might be jerking the sharp end a little bit. Yeah, interesting. So the magnets, depends on, I guess, where you are on the bar. Interesting. Anyway, the next thing, and this is the biggie, if you look at these clips, for some reason the DEWALT runs essentially parallel to the direction of how you're going to grab things. Try to get that in there. There you go. For some reason, and I don't know why they did that. It should be the exact opposite. It should be perpendicular. Who does it perpendicular? Well, Klein does it. You can see that there.
Power off.
Sorry about that. I'll talk about the voices in a sec. But anyway, you can see Klein does that. So if I go ahead and put this on a cloth here, just drop that on that side. Again, drop it on this side and pull. The DEWALT barely grabs, and I have lost the DEWALT. In other words, I've had it just pop off of something. It just slides right off. There's
Power off.
I'll go ahead and show you the voices
Power
in a sec.
on.
It's kind of interesting. Whoops.
Battery high.
Sorry.
Connected.
Okay, so here they are. I can just easily, if I push them, the Klein grabs way better. All right, so let's try it on something potentially a little more realistic. Now, here's where there's an interesting difference. So, first of all, if you look at the DEWALT, there is, right here, up at this end, there's a little bump. That could come into play. If we compare it to the Klein is pretty much straight. But there are grabbing teeth right in here. So if I hook this up right here, I'm sliding it into the cordura, and there's kind of this smoother material. This is a Right in the Rain. No, Tactical Tailor Right in the Rain notebook holder here. So they're both in. They're both pushed all the way to the end. I'm going to slide these. Try this. Okay, the Klein slid off. It took quite a bit of effort. But if I hook the Klein on, but I move the DEWALT just a hair back. See that? Not much. And now do it, the DEWALT just flies off. So to keep the DEWALT on, at least better than the Klein, you really have to wedge everything right up there. And if there's anything that's out, in fact, if I just didn't do it part way, in fact, I'll do both of them part way. You can see, just like that, the DEWALT just falls off. Try that again. The Klein comes off pretty easy too. So Klein's on just a little bit more if you're part way. So that's something else to consider. Let's talk about the nice women inside these things. So let's listen.
Power on. Battery high. Your device is connected.
A little bit older, very polite. Let's listen to this one.
Power off.
Okay, younger.
Power on. Battery high. Connected.
Interesting. Okay. Let's try both turning off.
Power off.
And you don't set the volume on these for that initial voice. Come on.
Power off.
So she's pretty much younger, more direct, not as polite. But anyway, so there they are. Both of them work great. For the price, well, I like the color of the Klein. I like the rubber overmold all the way around of the Klein. I think the Klein has a more aggressive clip, which is good. The magnets are fairly similar. DEWALT has a little bit better sound initially. DEWALT's a little bit lighter. The DEWALT is about 2 watts output. The Klein's 3 watts output. DEWALT claims about 10 hours of runtime. Klein is claiming about 12 hours of runtime. This is kind of like resistant to dust and dirt. This has got an IP67 rating. The DEWALT is about $3 more on Amazon. So there they are. Which one do I like? I like the rubber overmold here. I like the color. Sound quality is a little bit better on the DEWALT, but again, you're not in a pristine environment usually. You're just in something where you can't wear earbuds, or you want to share it, or you want to use your phone, and both seem to work great for that. As far as the magnet goes, I do like the Klein better. The Klein grabs better. Simple decision. They're very similar. Kind of choose your ecosystem. Let me know your thoughts. And with that, Doc out.